What is going on, YouTube? It's your boy Dorkatronprime. We're gonna be at Knowhere Toys and Comics locals for BT7. On the left hand side we have Ray from TheStacc, and then on the right hand side we have Daniel Kugel, very reputable player. You guys seen him multiple times on my channel playing security control. One of the best security control players I've seen so far. Alright, so they're gonna be both starting off pretty strong. Rookie drawing cards. Ray's gonna go ahead and swing, hit a tamer, which is very unfortunate. So on the left hand side we have green hybrids versus on the right hand side yellow purple control. So on the left hand side, Ray's gonna be trying his best to go wide and swing and controlling the amount of recoveries that Daniel has on the right hand side. Unfortunately, the way this game works for Daniel is recovering, poking, and recovering. And the more Digimon that are hybrids that Daniel has on the board, the more his security gets buffed. So things on your board are just slowly dying and chipping away for nothing. The value of something just living on swing is just really strong in this game. And then he's going to go ahead and digivolve into Jet Selfie, basically almost restarting Ray's attempts for game. So both players know what they're doing at this point. It looks like they both have been practicing and they both have been testing out their decks. And he's going to go ahead and swing and hit a Gossmon. Ray's best option here would be saying something that would slow his opponent down at least in bodies by taking out bodies. But here comes a blinding Ray, going to be able to take out a security and then set up a Kouchimon, which basically if he has 3 security, he gets security +1 and he can digivolve for 2, which is great because considering he gained 2 memory off that blinding Ray, he just positioned himself in a way where most players won't be able to really think about it. He's just setting himself up for a huge win. So 3 bodies on board. One has security +1 because he has 3 security, but now he has 4. So he lost that, but in a sense, depending on how this goes, this is going to be very tough. The Electmon also going to be pressure on board because considering if it dies, it does take out a Pokemon. Ray thought the best idea here would be going into the Pokemon first. I think I would have swinged over the Electmon after swinging at security with the Flamemon, guaranteeing that nothing really dies, but maybe Electmon destroys a level 4, I'm not sure. He's going to go ahead and digivolve into a hybrid for free because of the Pokemon and gain a memory. So it was for free and then it was reduced cost, so he does gain 1 memory out of it. So the cheapness of green is very dangerous. Ray does have a potential to come back from the situation. He's going to go ahead and play an option card. Pretty sure that's Tropic Venom, and then going to go ahead and swing over it. And then gain 4 memory, which is pretty big. That was a play that we were just talking about. And deciding between the Flamemon, just to get rid of it, honestly, it does have a bigger presence because Ray at this moment has no tamers and he already got full value out of it. Swinging at security and then hitting a Wyvern's Breath was just the worst because it did have piercing, so it did die. And then he's gonna double tamer down. Fortunately, he does have a swing and then a hybrid for game. That's what it's looking like, yeah. So there was no real way for Ray to get rid of all those bodies on board unless he went into Ancient Beetlemon. And Ancient would be able to pop the swing over the Koichimon, but it was just so many bodies already on board. He had such a limited amount of attacks, and it just, that Koichimon just, I think that's what how you say it. The Pulsemon Mega is just absolutely great in this deck, considering you control every aspect of your security, and going back up to 3 is literally where you want to be at. It's like a Magnadramon in on Digivolve, which is just crazy because you can go from 0 to 3 for 5. That's recovery plus 3. In another sense, it does gain +1, so it is super multi-purpose. Card is definitely not something that stands out on its own, but stands out in a very good group setting. Playing with hybrids is just the best case scenario. Also, guys, this is table 1. This is table 1 and the last round. So both players are showing how the fuck they got there. Excuse my language. So Daniel's gonna go ahead and play the Pokemon, already setting up that up, and then Ray on the left hand side with the Gossmon and the Flamemons. So the Gossmon is basically a no to yellow hybrid and no to any hybrid that wants to Digivolve for 1 over their champion. So their ultimates cost 3, which is a huge help, guys. Huge help. The amount of pressure overall that having a hybrid that Digivolve for 1 can do is just way too strong. I feel like in this situation, Daniel did target the wrong Digimon, because that Gossmon is gonna make Daniel's next ultimate very expensive. But there still is a chance here. Looking like Ray's not taking any chances. Gonna be rushing in with the red build of his deck. Daniel is in a very good position though, because now he has Kari and a TK Kari. So the TK Kari is going to be giving him 2 memory at the start of his turn because he has lower security. And the Kari says, every time you hit me, give me memory. So here comes the Digimon coming out of the TK Kari. He's going to be able to swing over both Digimon. And now it's in a very bad position because now he plays a TK, being able to search, and there's so many bodies now that Ray's going to have to answer. 2 Pokemon's gaining memory for Digivolving over Yellow Tamer is going to be really strong. Ray going to be prioritizing the Gossmons. Maybe not being able to see a green hybrid to go into a bigger play. So the Gossmon, again, making Jet going to cost 3. Which is going to be slowing down all his plays. Remember, like, in this positions, slowing down your opponent's plays is key. But you also have to be putting yourself in a position to win. So what Ray's looking like he's also doing is just trying to go overall wide. Because the Gossmons are now going to be gaining, I think, 5 KDP or 3K per Gossmon on board. So it's pretty good. For every other Gossmon. So the blinding here just showing how strong it is. The Gossmon basically was neutralized by losing his security that was recovered. Now if he goes into a... Nope, he Digivolves again. Then gaining 2 memory off the Pokémons. And going into a Koichimon. Oh no. The worst nightmare. Oh, and it swings and dies. Not expecting that. Let's see here. Another thing is that if tapping Kari also gives you an extra memory for blinding. So playing both of them is actually really strong. You're playing it basically and you're gaining a shit ton of memory off that one blinding. With 2, you're gaining 4 memory. That's nuts. Sure, you lose the security, but you just recycle and recycle and recycle to the point where it doesn't even matter. So the double swings, unfortunately, Ray did not live. And then hard drops an Ancient, Beetlemon. And this is looking like a losing game at this point. Hitting a Mimi, which is great, but not looking like he's able to play anything else. I don't think that's actually the Ancient. I think that's the 5. I think that is the 5. So here comes out Serafimon and then Atomic Inferno, giving all his Digimon +1. So he might have a chance next turn if he's able to live. But there is a lot of presence, and here comes another hybrid gaining 2 more memory. And fortunately, he has enough swings on board unless there's a flower cannon or needle spray or even a Guy Force. Swings. Oh. Hesitating. Scared of an atomic blaster. Alright. And swings. And swings with the selfie one. I'm sorry. I'm not sure. There's a lot of names this set. If I am butchering them, make fun of me in the comments. Because I'm pretty sure I don't know if that guy's name is Koichimon. I haven't even read it out loud. But it's a very strong card. It is a very strong supporting card. As you can tell, on the left-hand side, Ray was trying his best. But in Game 2, not looking like he had a lot of hybrid options to go into. And on the right, Daniel just taking advantage of that. Recovering in the right moments. Making sure he gained enough memory to keep his turn going. He had enough things to keep playing and playing and playing and playing. It was just like a cycle of memory and recovery. And it was just honestly very wise on his part, especially not underestimating a deck like Green Hybrid. It can come out of nowhere and absolutely win the game. But very close game between both players. I'm very proud of both of them. All I want to say, guys, is remember, we always love and support all the players that are on the channel. They make moves according to how their hand looks and what they're expecting from their opponent. There's a lot of variables, security, and stuff like that. So try not to mock them. And thank you guys so much for letting me record. And thank you guys so much for watching. You know, it's a huge deal. Learning how to play through these situations and learning different ways to go through these situations is honestly the best part about this game. There's so many different routes and there's so many different options you can take. But all I want to say, guys, is thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, and remember, we brick by nature.